Okay, so hello and welcome to BC lab number 11, which is your virtual lab. So today's topic will be BJT transfer characteristics. So we know that there are three configurations of BJT: common emitter, common base, and common collector. So in this lab, we will be exploring common emitter characteristics and common base characteristics, particularly the input and the output characteristics. So we need to follow this step from step number 1 to step number 9. So the first step is to visit the link for the virtual lab. So you can type this link into Google and hence you can access the virtual lab. Let me show you. I've already opened it up for your reference. Okay. So this is the virtual lab link of the page which will appear. Now this virtual labs was developed by IIT Kharagpur and it is an MHRDA Government of India initiative. So over here, we will see common emitter characteristics. Some theory part is given. You all can refer that theory part. Very well elaborately given theory is given over here. So you all can refer that. Input and output characteristics information is also given. The relation between alpha and beta is given. Everything is given very well over here. Okay. So let us come to our first step. Let me reduce this to 15. So the first step is we need to click on the simulation. And next we click on the input BJT input characteristics. So a new window will open up. Okay, and over here we see there are certain controls. We have a schematic over here. So there are only two controls. We can only control this characteristics via RH1 and RH2. Okay, so we have two controls over here which we can change in this experiment. RH1 will control VBB, hence it will control VBE. RH2 will control VCC, hence it will control VCE. Okay, and we know that the input characteristics plot in common emitter mode is between VBE versus IB at a constant value of VCE. So this we have to take care in mind. Okay, so over here we need to vary the value of RH1 and we need to fix the value of RH2. Okay, let's do that. So we'll keep the value of RH2 as 50 ohms. So let me disturb the value of RH1 slightly. And now I'll fix the value of RH2 to 50 ohms. So 50 ohms RH2 corresponds to the VCE value of 5 volts over here. Okay. And now we vary the value of RH1 in small steps as given in the table. So we vary the value of RH1 which corresponds to a unique value of VBE. Fine, in the experimental table. So over here we first select the value of VB, change the value of RH1, set the value of RH1 such that my VB is 0.1. So here it is. Once you select that VB is 0.1, by changing the value of RH1, click on add to table. So that particular reading will be added over here. Okay, the VB is 0.1 and VC is 5 volts. Now gradually increase the value to 0.2. Okay, so and again add to the table. So this way you keep on adding to the table. Now you follow the sequence. Now I'm not doing it as per the sequence. Basically it will take me some time. So I'm adding the points. 12 points I need to add. So I will add the 12 points like this. I'll adjust the value. You have to adjust the value of RH1 and keep on adding to the table. So that particular value of VB and the corresponding value of the base current will be added. Okay, so this way you can add all the values 0.9 and then I can go to higher value. I require two more values, so I'll gradually increase. Okay, I'll require the last point. Fine. So now all the experimental points are added. Please follow this table. This table with the links which I've given over here. The values of VB you increment by 0.1 volts. Okay, gradually here and there it's fine, but in increment should be gradual so that you get a proper curve. Now, once you have added all these points and the corresponding value of IB, you have 12 sets of readings for VB and IB. So after that, you can what you can do is you can click on plot. So the moment you click on plot, you will get the corresponding IB versus VB curve, which is the input characteristics. Now, next what you need to do is you need to add you need to attach a print screen. So over here, I have taken the print screen and I'll gone to the paint and I'll attach it over here. Now, why I've gone to the paint is because I have to attach my name. So here it is. I'll add a cursor over here and attach the name. You can attach your name and similarly attach your roll number. Okay. So please add your roll number and your name for every plot. So this plot, this print screen, you attach it in the assigned Google document, indicating your date and the date and the time also will be recorded. Fine. Now, next, next we'll attach the print screen for the graph plot. I'll again take the print screen. I'll again go to the pane. I'll go to the new part, and here again I'll plot it. Okay. So here again I can attach the name. So here I will add the name and the roll number. I can also add it in the same thing. Fine. So again, this print screen you attach it in the Google document, assigned Google document in the same manner. Okay. So this completes your common emitter input characteristics. Next, we will see the common emitter output characteristics. Okay. So next we go for the output characteristics in the common emitter mode. Okay. The common emitter characteristics in the output characteristics, we need to close this and we need to select the BJT output characteristics from here. Now we have to follow the same procedure. We need to, we have two controls, RH1 and RH2. So RH1 will control VBB, hence it will control VBE. RH2 will control VCC, hence it will control VCE. Okay. So here we know that the output characteristics in a common emitter mode is between VCE versus IC at a constant value of IB. So in this case, here we have to vary RH2 to vary VCE and we have to keep RH1 constant. So let's keep RH1 constant. It is given as 40 ohms. So let's select as 40 and keep it constant. Okay. So corresponding value of IB has come out to be 31.36. So that is what we note down over here. IB is constant. Now keep RH1 constant. Don't disturb it throughout the experiment. And RH2 we need to vary. Okay. Now if we vary RH2, it will correspondingly reflect on the VCE, right? So VCE has to be 0.1, 0.6 in this steps only. There are total 12 points. See to it that you follow this as per the table. So right now, let me start. Okay, so the value of VCE first to be plotted, I have taken as 0.1. So add to the table. Now I'm gradually increasing it. Okay, please follow the table. Don't refer this. Okay, I've added second point. I'll add the third point. Okay, please follow the table. I am increasing it so that I want to show you the plot. So I've added the point. There are 6 more points to go. So I'm adding it more. Okay, and one more point. There are few points more to go. So it is, see to that it should be a gradual increase. So I'll recommend that you follow the table and yeah. So once all the 12 points are added, and please follow these points, I have added randomly. Okay, after all the readings are recorded, I will click on the plot button. So yeah, here it is. This is my output characteristic of in the common emitter mode, BJT. So now the job is to take the print screen of this common emitter output characteristic and similarly add your name and your roll number, and next attach the print screen for the graph plot and add your name and your roll number. See to it that the date and the time is also visible in the print screen. So I hope that you will complete this. So, okay, next we'll go on to the common base input characteristics. We'll again go to the this particular lab and click on basic electronics lab. Over here, click on the list of experiments and from here, click on BJT base characteristics. Okay, So once you have added BJT base characteristics, you can either follow this link or it's the same link, or you can type this out into Google. Okay. Now for the BJT common base characteristics, again, you can refer the theory part. Now our main agenda is to click on the simulation and go to the BJT input characteristics in common base mode. I'll click on it. A new window will open up. Over here, again, I have two controls, RH1 and RH2, but they are controlling different parameters. So over here, RH1 is controlling VEE, hence it is controlling VBE. RH2 is controlling VCC, hence it's controlling VCE. Okay. Now we know that for the input curve in the common base mode, it is plotted between VBE versus IE at a constant value of VCB. Okay. So that means over here, we need to vary the value of RH1 in order to vary the value of VBE, and we have to keep the value of RH2 fixed so that the collector to base voltage is fixed. Fine. So let us start. Let us fix the value of RH2 to 60 ohms. So RH2 will be, let me slightly disturb the value of RH1. Okay. And now I can change the value of RH2 to exactly 60 ohms. Okay. So once RH2 is set to 60 ohms, okay, RH2 is set to 60 ohms, it correspondingly means that VCE is 6 volts. VCB is 6 volts, sorry. VCB is 6 volts over here. Once that happens, you have to keep this fixed. Now RH2 will be fixed throughout. You need to vary the value of RH1. Okay. So we need to vary the value of RH1 in small steps. If you vary the value of RH1, that will correspondingly vary the value of VBE. Okay, so let me start. Right now, our VB is 0.1. So I'll add it into table. Now I'll gradually increase it. Now please follow this table. So you have to increase the value of VBE from 0.1 to 1.2 in the steps of 0.1. You can follow this strictly. Now, just for plotting, I'm gradually increasing these points. I hope that just because it will take some time to adjust this because it is very sensitive. You have to very carefully add these points. Okay, I will quickly add the remaining points. So over here, so far 9 points are added. I'll add 2 more points are remaining. Okay, so all the 12 points are added. Next step is once all the points are added, we need to click on plot. Okay, so when you click on plot, you will have the input characteristics of the BJT in common base mode. Okay, so now you take the print screen of this, the main circuit and the experimental table, and then take the print screen of the graph plot. Don't forget to add your name and your roll number in every plot. Okay, so that's it about the input characteristics. Next, we'll go to the output characteristics in the common base mode. So go over here and click on output characteristics. So for the common base output characteristics, okay, for the common base output characteristics, what we need to do is we need to over here there are again two controls, RH1 and RH2. So RH1 is controlling VEE, hence it's controlling VBE. RH2 is controlling VCC, hence it's controlling VCB. Okay, but we know that output characteristics of your for the common base mode is, yeah, this is the the common base mode is this. So for the common base mode is between VCB versus IB, IC at a constant value of IE. Okay, again I repeat, the the common output curve, the output characteristics in case of common base configuration is between VCB versus IC at a constant value of IE. So over here, we need to vary the value of RH1 and keep the value of RH. We need to vary the value of RH2 and keep the value of RH1 fixed. So let's fix the value of RH1 such that IE is 3 milliamperes. So over here, I am adjusting the value of RH1 so such that the IE becomes 3 milliamperes. Okay. Now I'll start varying the value of RH2 in these steps. So these are the steps which are given over here. Okay. Okay. So I can start with around minus 0.68, right? And add to the table the reading. Then I'll gradually increase it. I hope that you will follow this sequence and given in the table. That will help you out in plotting the characteristics and getting a proper smooth curve. Okay, now I'm gradually increasing this and adding the points. Total 12 points I have to add. Okay, so I've added up till now 7 points. Few more points I will add over here. Okay, so this way you have for every point you have to click on add table. So adding that value to the table. Okay, so the corresponding value of the VCB and the collector current will be recorded. Now that all the points are recorded, now I'll go over here and click on plot. Okay, so this will be my output characteristics for the common base configuration. Okay, and this will be my circuit diagram, the simulated circuit diagram, and virtually simulated basically, and the experimental table. Take the print screen of this, attach your name and your roll number. Again, take the print screen of this and attach your name and your roll number for the graph plot. Fine. So this completes the common base output characteristics. Now, what we do is we have completed all the 4 parts. So you will be allotted a Google document. Let me open the sample document which I can show it to you. So you all will be allotted a Google document uniquely, and you all have to keep on attaching your print screens of it. So there are 4 plots over here. So 1 circuit diagram and 1 plot. So 4 cases here. So total 8 print screens will be there in your case. Okay. Now I think that Word document is getting loaded up. Let's wait for 2 minutes. I just want to see how the Google document will look like. Okay, I'm opening an offline Word document. That's fine. I think it's loading up still. Yeah. So after you add all the plots, you have to write a meaningful conclusion to it also. Now, yeah, and please follow this table strictly for all the 4 cases. For common emitter input characteristics, follow this table. For common emitter output characteristics, follow this table. For common base input characteristics, follow the readings in the table. And for the common base output characteristics, follow this table. Now remember, you don't have to type this table over here. Automatically, it will come in the form of the print screen. I hope that this point will be clear to you. Now let me go over here. So this way, you have to attach you can start by writing the VC virtual lab number 11. Okay. Now, first heading you can give common emitter input characteristics, and you can attach this plot input characteristics, attach your name and your roll number. I have not added over here. And the corresponding plot, you attach your name and your roll number. Next will be common emitter output characteristics, attach your name and your roll number over here. And for the output characteristics also, the plot. Similarly, do it for give the heading and common base input characteristics, the name and the roll number added. And similarly, the graph plot, attach your name and your roll number. Do it in the paint. Similarly, for the common base output characteristics, attach your name and your roll number and follow the same sequence. Okay. And you will get a proper smooth curve like this. So graph plot. After all the plots are added, print screens are added, write a unique, meaningful conclusion for each characteristic. For input characteristics, output characteristics, for the common emitter and for the common base. So that it makes some sense, and whatever learnings you all have learned, what information does that particular characteristic give us? Okay, so this is the way you will complete your BC lab number. This is your last lab. So BC virtual lab, which is your BC lab number 11. Okay, so that's it. Please complete this Google document, all the print screens on time, and attach all the print screens in the Google document. And one more thing, information which I want to give you all is there is no lab write-up for this particular lab. Okay, so whatever print screens you add, this becomes your lab write-up. So once you label it properly and attach your name and your roll number, and you write a meaningful conclusion, you download this from the Google document form as a PDF, rename it properly, and that will be your write-up. Okay. So again, I repeat, there will be no lab write-up for this particular lab. Okay. I hope that you will complete this on time. So that's it for this lab. Best wishes for your BEC lab. Okay. Thank you.